My name is Delilah Snell. I'm the owner of Alta Baja Market, and we're a market and cafe that focuses on products from California, the American Southwest, and Mexico, so the border. My customers come in saying one of three things usually. One, what's going on out there? Two, are you okay? And three, I'm so frustrated because I've been driving around for 20 to 30 minutes to get parking. It's been a hassle for customers to get here. They drive around for a while because there's just very poor signage. You should definitely go and look at the current state of all the signs at the front of this construction site. They've been doing this for almost 3 months, and they still don't have a plan. None of this community was given adequate communication or adequate notice regarding how intrusive this is, and that it was going to be for 6 months to a year. My sales have dropped, sometimes 20 to 50%. Some people have been reporting 70% losses. That's insane, especially after COVID. That's insane to make a business survive something like this. It's almost feels intentional. The lack of care, the lack of awareness of what this community is going through, and the lack of urgency to get certain things that we want done. I knew construction was going to happen. I had been told, by my landlord that construction is going to happen sometime in 2022. And I was like, okay, cool. I mean, obviously there didn't seem to be like any big deal or fuss. So I obviously thought this wasn't going to be a big deal. Then on the 28th of January, my husband dropped me off in front of the store, and we were in front of a couple of parking spaces, and there was notices on the meters that said no parking February 1st until the end of August. And I thought it was a joke. I'm like, oh, somebody's like punking, this meter or something. Because obviously, even with like a one-day event where they do a street closure, you're given notice. You have to sign off on it. So I went and walked up and down the street, and I noticed all of the meters had that notice. And so I'm starting to text my landlord. I'm texting somebody at the city, and they're like, oh yeah, it could be up to a year. And I was just like livid. I was walking around the market, and I was just ready to scream. And people are like, why are you so mad right now? I'm like, do you understand what this means? 6 months, 7 months of no parking, no street? Well, you guys should all be furious. So the first, they blocked everything up and they tore it up, and immediately you could start feeling the effects. Immediately sales dropped, and that whole week I was just pissed off, and I was on my computer, and I was like thinking of things that they need to remedy, which is one, they didn't give us any notification. I was trying to find out who at the city was responsible for this, what agencies. I started to look into OCTA, that this was their project. I found out that Walsh was the contracted construction company who was in charge of the actual work of this project. And so I have a little flyer that I made, which was all the things that were wrong and how this was handled. And two, what we should get as a result. Financial relief, free parking, better signage. People, can't find their way in here. There's some other stuff too, but those are the most important things. If you look at how sloppy it looks, I think I said this last time I spoke, you wouldn't see this happening in Irvine. You wouldn't see this happening in Newport Beach or Costa Mesa or really anywhere in Orange County. It wouldn't look like this. But it looks like this here, and it's really insulting and disrespectful to be doing that to this community. So I'm working on this right now. Like, we're doing a display, an art installation out here as a call to help. Actually, this is what we're doing is, because I've been saying to OCTA, you guys are all CEOs or, people in positions of power. It's like, you're telling me you can't figure something out? Isn't that your job? As a person in charge, is to figure something out, is to take charge and make a solution out of this. And so we're using just this past week, they got rid of our curb. I couldn't even get access to my store on Monday. So they built this bridge. And so we decided to decorate it. And we're going to put flowers all around it, flowers kind of bleeding out past the bridge, and a call to action for OCT, which is to get creative and figure it out and get a business interruption fund. And this is the first time they've done this. It's the first time they've ever built a streetcar. I don't think they did the proper research to prepare themselves for a project like this. I was telling somebody recently, that's like me remodeling my kitchen, and I don't bother to ask my neighbor who has the same floor plan as me, who also went through a remodel. It's like, wouldn't you care to ask about to LA how they did this and about programs? And because how can you not assume you're going to, how can you not know you're impacting this place? There's over 200 businesses in these 5 blocks. How would you not understand that you would affect them? Either you don't get it or you don't care. Either way, that's horrible.